Imagine a warlord from the 1500s stepping into the neon-soaked chaos of 1968 Saigon. Oda Nobunaga is on a desperate mission to end the Vietnam War. But his first move in Saigon baffles every American GI and local fixer in the city. He isn't scouring the bars for a beautiful woman. He is looking for a man. To the soldiers of the 20th century, Nobunaga's search for a geisha among the men of Saigon seems like a bizarre cultural misunderstanding or even a sign of madness. But for the great unifier, this search is purely strategic. He is looking for a specific type of counselor he remembers from the Zengoku period, a master of information. Most modern listeners associate the word geisha with white face paint, elegant silk kimonos, and the grace of a woman. However, the secret history of the profession reveals a different origin. In the 13th century, the very first geishas were actually men, known as Taikomochi, or drum bearers. These men were the precursors to the modern entertainer, but their role was far from complex than a simple performance. For centuries, the geisha world was an exclusively masculine domain, where the art of gei, meaning art or performance, served as a sophisticated tool for navigating the treacherous, bloody waters of feudal Japanese politics. Why would a ruthless warlord like Nobunaga look for a Taikomochi? Because in the 1500s, these men were the ultimate soft power assets. They were more than just jesters. They were high-level political advisors who used wit, storytelling, and conversation to bridge the gap between rival daimyos. A Taikomochi held social influence, knowing exactly when to flatter a guest and when to whisper a strategic secret that could change the course of a battle. In the 1500s, a geisha was a man who could read a room better than any general could read a map. By the mid-1700s, the profession underwent a radical transformation. Women began to enter the field, eventually outnumbering and replacing the Taikomochi in both popularity and prestige. As the centuries turned, the art of secret-keeping and high-stakes social navigation shifted from a masculine to the feminine. By the time my story reaches 1968, the role of the cultural gatekeeper and the keeper of military secrets was completely changed. Nobunaga arrives in Saigon expecting the male advisors of his youth, only to find that the world has evolved. The power he seeks no longer wears a warrior's hakama, it wears a refined kimono. This brings us to Aibara, the woman who finally commands Nobunaga's respect. She runs the most exclusive geisha house in Saigon, a sanctuary where the top military brass of the Vietnam War come to let their guard down. Aibara is the modern evolution of the Taikomochi Nobunaga is searching for. She holds the keys to the classified secrets he needs to broker an early peace. While he initially searched for a man, he discovered that Aibara possessed the same razor-sharp wit and strategic mind as the advisors of old. She is the bridge between his ancient honor and the modern world's complicated shadows.